Hello children, today we will learn how to find the HCF of four numbers by long division method. So in the previous class we have already learned how to find the HCF of two or three numbers. Now today we will learn how to find the HCF of four numbers. So here you have an example to find the HCF of these four numbers, that is 1260, 435, 1820 and 2170. So like we have done the previous method to find the HCF of two or three numbers, the same steps we have to follow in this question to find the HCF of four numbers. So the first step is that first find the HCF of any two numbers out of these four numbers. So out of these four numbers you can opt any two numbers to find the HCF of two numbers, right? So firstly I am taking the first two numbers, that is 1260 and 1435. So let's divide and find the HCF of these two numbers. So firstly you have to make a division bracket over here. So inside we'll write a bigger number, that is 1435, and outside you have to write the smaller number, that this will be your divisor, right? 1260. Now we have to divide. If you will divide it, if you will go with 2, 1260 multiply by 2, that it will be a bigger number, so we have to divide it by 1. So 1260 ones up 1260. Subtract these two numbers. So 5 minus 0 will be 5, and 13 minus 6 will be 7, and 3 minus 2 will be 1, and 1 minus 1 will be 0. Now we have to make a one more division box over here. Here you have got the remainder, and the remainder will become a divisor. So this will be your divisor 1. I am writing D1, divisor 1, and now this is your divisor 2, right? Now we will copy the divisor 1 over here. Divisor 1 you have to write inside. So we will write 1260. This divisor we have to write inside. We have to write 1260 to make it a dividend, so that we can divide further, right? Now let's divide 1260 by 175. If you will check by 2, if you will multiply 175 by 2, you will get 2 5s are 10, 2 7s are 14, plus 1 is 15, 2 1s are 2, and 1 is 3. So it will come 350, a smaller number. So let's divide with a more value. This will give you equals to closer to 1260 or equals to 1260. So let's multiply by the number 6. So 6 5s are 30, 6 7s are 42, plus 3 is 45, 6 1s are 6, plus 4 is 10. So this will give you 1050, right? Again it is coming smaller value than 1260. So let's multiply with one more number, 175 multiply by 7. 7 5s are 35, 7 7s are 49, 49 plus 3 is 52, 7 1s are 7, plus 5 is 12. So we will write 1225. This will give you 1225. So it is quite closer to this value, so we'll go with 7. 175 7s are 1225, right? Now you have to subtract these two numbers. So this will give you this will be your 10. 10 minus 5 will be 5, and 5 minus 2 will be 3, right? Again this you will get the remainder. 2 minus 2 will be 0, and 1 minus 1 will be 0. So again we have to make a one more division box, because we are not getting 0 as a remainder. So we have to continue the process. Again this remainder will become a divisor, third divisor. So you have to write D3. But while you were performing in the notebook, you will not supposed to write D1, D2, D3. For the understanding, I am writing D1, D2, D3. So you have to copy now divisor 2. What is divisor 2? That is 175. Write down inside 175. Now you have to divide 175 by 35. So let me scroll up. So now you have to check in the rough that by which number, because you know that last digit is 5 and this is also 5, and you know 5 5s are 25. So let's check with the number 5. So if you will multiply 35 by 5, you will get 5 5s are 35, 5 5s are 25, and 5 3s are 15. 15 plus 2 is 17. It is coming exactly equals to the number 175. So 35 is going with directly going with 5. So we'll write 35 5s are 175. Right, children? This will give you a remainder. So whenever you will get the remainder, you have to stop the division. Okay. So I told you in the last class also, when you will get the remainder 0, so last divisor is your HCF. So we are finding the HCF of these two numbers. So its HCF will be the last divisor. D3 is your last divisor. So we will write, you will get the HCF of first two number is 35. Still, our problem is still left to do. Okay. Now, come back to the question again. We have done with these two numbers, right? Now we will find the HCF of other two numbers now. After finding the HCF of first two numbers, now we will find the HCF of another two numbers. This is your step 2, right? So step 2 is that this is your step 2, that you have to find the HCF, and HCF is the last divisor, that is 35. Now step 3 is to find the HCF of these two numbers. So let's find the HCF of these two numbers only. So the step 3 is we will find the HCF of. Now you have to find the HCF of 1820 and 2170. So we'll write here 1820 and 2170. Right? We will find the HCF of these two numbers. So let's divide these two numbers. So we will make a division bracket. Write down the bigger number inside, like we have done in the previous step, 2170 inside, and the smaller number outside, that is 1820. Right? Now, let's divide these two numbers. So firstly, if you will divide it by 2, it will give you a bigger number. So let's check with the number 2 first. 1820 multiply by 2. 2 zeros are 0, 2 twos are 4, 2 8s are 16, 2 1s are 2, and this will give you a 3640. It is a bigger number, so let's divide by 1. 1820. You have to subtract. Okay. 0 minus 0 is 0. 7 minus 2 is 5. And 11 minus 8 is 3. And 1 minus 1 is 0. This is your divisor 1. Remainder will become a divisor, and you have to copy divisor 1 inside the division box. This is your divisor 1, right? And we have copied inside it. This is your divisor 2. Okay, let's divide. So you have to check the number will go with which number. It is last digit is 0. So let's check with the number 5, because whenever it is 5 or 0, so I'll always do it like this. So I'm dividing. So here I'm multiplying with the number 5. 5 zeros is 0, 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15, and plus 2 is 17. So this will give you a 1750. So let's check with one more number, 350 multiply by 6. So 6 zeros are 0, 6 5s are 30, 6 3s are 18, 18 plus 3 is 21. And this will give you a bigger number, so we have to go with number 5. So 350, 5s are 750. So we have to write 750 down. Now let's subtract these two numbers. 0 minus 0 is 0. 12 minus 5 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. Now this is remainder is coming 70. We will make one more bracket because still we did not get 0 as a remainder. So this will give you a divisor, third divisor. And now we have to copy second divisor inside the box. And this will be a very easy because you know very well 75s are 350 and it is directly going and your division is finished over here. So what will be the HCF of these two numbers? So HCF is last division. Last divisor is 70. So this is the HCF of 1820 and 2170. So here the HCF of two number is 70. So now the first HCF was 35 of the first two numbers and second HCF was 70 of the another two numbers, right? Now step 4 is when you will find the HCF of two numbers or the other two numbers, then what you have to do? You have to find the HCF of four numbers. How? To find the HCF of the last two divisors, because this is the answer of the first one and this was the last divisor, right? And this is the answer of the HCF of the other two numbers and this was the last divisor. So you have to just divide the last two divisor, that is 35 and 70. So we will divide last two divisor, that is 35 and 70. Okay, so 35 you have to write outside and 70 inside. And you know very well 35 if you will multiply by 2, you know what you will get? The same number. 2 5s are 10, 2 3s are 6 and 1 7. And this will give you a 70. 35 2s are 70 and it is directly going. And your answer is, because we have to finally, when you are combining the last divisor, it means we are finding the HCF of four numbers, right? So this is your final last divisor and this is your HCF of four numbers. So your HCF is 35. So the HCF of four number is 35. It means that these four numbers are exactly these four numbers, 12, 60, 14, 35, 18, 20 and 2170 are exactly divisible by 35, right? This is your HCF. So the HCF of four numbers is, we'll write, I'm writing the last line, HCF of 1820, comma 1435, comma, and the number was 1820, 2160 and 2160 and last number is 2170. Its HCF is 35. Right? You have to solve the questions like this. Find the HCF of first two numbers, then find the HCF of two numbers. Find the HCF of the first two numbers of the last divisor is your answer. Find out the answer of these two numbers, that is the last divisor. Just divide the last two divisor of the given HCF. Find the final HCF of the four numbers, right? Thank you so much.